So I grew up in a upper middle class college, started off with Progressive Insurance and worked my way up, was the youngest manager that the company ever had. And then I kind of started the second half of my life and got into cooking and became a sous chef. Had very loving parents, but addiction still got a hold of me. It took me a while before I first really knew it was a problem. Probably at about 35 years old that I said, you know, I'm not doing some pretty good things. Any aspect of my life was a problem. Losing jobs, run-ins with the law, financial problems. Many times throughout my life I did find myself homeless. Any relationship I was in, and I'm not just talking romantically, anybody who came in contact with me had their life negatively impacted. Really just a path of destruction to anybody who crossed my path. Well, first I went through, I guess, all of the typical of I'm only going to drink on the weekends or after work, and I probably went through 100 to 200 of my plans. Had to go through those plans in order for me to find out that none of my plans are actually working.
When Greg came to us, he was really struggling. He'd come out of a long-term rehab center. It just wasn't working, and he said, "Brandon, I want to try this Lighthouse thing that you're doing. I want to come to the Lighthouse. I want to do something different."
So my time at the Lighthouse has been absolutely amazing. I was the first resident here, which I kind of wear as a badge of honor.
Big difference between our program and other secular programs is that we have the faith-based approach where we encourage the guys to find that relationship with God.
Tuesdays and Thursdays, so twice a week, we have a clinical group where we all get together, talk about Christ, and we'll talk about what Christ is doing in our life. We'll go over certain chapters in the Bible, which is very important for me.
But not only that, we do anger management groups, we do stress relief groups, financial management programs.
Each of us have a mentor. My mentor is George. The mentor program has gone a lot further than I ever expected it to go.
When Greg came into our home, he was our first resident. He made a commitment to stay sober. He made a commitment to support what we're doing. He's had a huge success in his life.
I knew right when I talked to Brandon about the Lighthouse and his Christ-centered philosophy about the house that this is where I need to be. And I really can't state at what point in my heart I believed in Christ, but that certainly happened here at the Lighthouse. That I knew that there was somebody a little better equipped to take care of my life than I was doing. Since I've been here, I've been diagnosed with chronic pancreatitis, which basically means that the pancreas never heals. It can't heal itself anymore. So I've been very fortunate being here and having the support. I have to admit, I don't fully understand the plan yet, but I've got enough faith and really in my heart that I know things are going to be okay. And that's something I absolutely would not have if I didn't have Christ in my life and if I wasn't at the Lighthouse. I know where my head would be, and it would be my life is over at this point. Without a doubt in my mind would keep me drinking.
We were able to come alongside him and support him and show him that you can live life's problems without drinking. And that was an exciting moment for Greg.
You know, not only can I kind of look forward to my life, regardless of how many years I have left, I can look forward with excitement. So moving forward, I'm probably about 3 weeks away from taking the next step in my life. And that's moving back to Texas. And that's where my family live. If you knew my story, you'd know my family would want to move as far away from me as possible. Not only are they not moving out of Texas, but they've invited me to Texas. We're going to have a tiny house built. And it's just me. I'm 50 years old, so it's just a perfect situation. So I really like raising cows, so that's one thing I'm going to do. I love fishing, and my sister also has an animal rescue, so those are animals that I get to work with too. It's really just something I know is going to give me purpose in my life and get me excited to wake up every morning.
I've been in the addiction field for 16 years now, and I realized that there was a gap between guys who went to short-term programs, graduated, and then fell back into relapse. So the Lighthouse was designed to fill that gap.
When an individual is in recovery, three things they actually need. First of all, you need to have a sense of commitment, and then there must be community and then consistency. The Lighthouse, I believe, provides a sense of community. And so as an individual leaves a facility like the Rescue Mission, it is an organization like the Lighthouse and Brandon that will be able to reconnect them and reintegrate them into our community.
We're really excited for Greg. He's rebuilding his life with his family. He's found that relationship with God. He's built a network of sober people that are supportive of him, and he's going home. That's exciting. That's an exciting step for Greg.
We support the Lighthouse because Brandon is onto something. Transitional housing and transitional living is necessary for recovery to be sustained and for folks to get back to society.
The gift that the Lighthouse and Brandon has given me is far greater than I deserve, but I'll take it.